Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mountain Harmony Gardening. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Donnie.
And today we are going to be working on the long bed. I know that I told everyone that we were going to be moving the big trellis behind me, but we bought two pear trees, the one that's over here, and I think there's one over here that you can't see off camera as well. And so now we're gonna have to make some more changes to this bed. We've decided that we're gonna go ahead and leave the trellis where it is because this is still gonna be like the melon, like watermelons and the Kajari melons and all that will still be here. The pear tree is going in this corner because this side of the flower bed or garden bed, well, flowers too, is going to be our perennialized bed, so we're going to put the pear tree in there. And I know you guys are asking, why are you putting trees near your garden beds? Well, I'm going to keep these trimmed up small. I don't want them to get too terribly huge, so it's not going to be completely exfoliating them because I don't have a trellis system for them, but I am going to keep them pruned back because we don't really need a whole bunch of fruit off of them. It's just that this is something really cool I thought that we would want in our garden. So what are we doing today? Well, we are still going to be raising the bed up. That's at least where we're going to be using all of our cinder blocks for. We didn't buy them for nothing. And then at the top where the old pumpkin bed is, we are taking that bed out and redoing it completely. So our next step is that Donnie is going to talk to you about what we're going to do to remove that trellis and hopefully repurpose it.
Now what we're going to be doing today is pulling this apart. I built this about 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Something like that.
Somewhere. The 2x4s can be reused, and of course the wire. I don't know about the 2x6s, they're probably pretty rotted, so they're just going to go away. So this will all be open, and then we got the bricks here, so we're going to come one out, and we're going to start coming this way until we come straight with in line here. All of Granny's bricks are going to be pulled out and replaced with the cinder blocks. And then that way we can have flower pots, I guess.
We'll be planting in them.
We'll be planting in them.
They're flower pots, I guess.
They're flower pots. So I don't know what to do about the iris here. Probably have to dig it up.
They could be transplanted. It's okay.
Right. I'll dig it up, or you can dig it up.
One of us will be digging it up.
All right. But I will be removing this starting now.
The trellis came apart really easy, other than trying to move the wire over next to the shed. That was more of a challenge. So our next step is we are going to be removing the fabric cloth that is underneath here where the pathway is, because, well, we want the plants to be able to get through that. And also I need to move this garden soil I have, because this is really good garden soil, in further this way. So I'm going to have to dig all this up, remove the fabric cloth, and we will be right back after that's done. We removed the bricks between the two garden beds, removed the mulch, we just raked it back, and then we removed all the landscape fabric. I folded it over because we're still going to be using some of it and I need to see where the bricks end up falling. And then we dug out some of the garden soil, and Donnie is starting on laying the blocks. So he's going to tell you about how he does that.
Oh, well. Oh, look, a piece of broken glass. Nice.
Yeah, this was a road once, so we end up with trash in the ground.
All I'm really doing is just eyeballing it and just going to dig the dirt out and put the brick in as level as possible. I mean, it don't got to be perfect. And just do the same thing here. I'm gonna have to level all these bricks until I get out to there, and then just set them on top of the dirt all the way down.
All right, you want to show them how you do that?
Yep. Pretty easy, just do this. And like I said, it don't gotta be perfect. So.
Like I said in my video last week, we're on a hill. This isn't, nothing's level in the garden. It just is not easy to get it level. And if it's not quite as level as you would like it, just dig out a little bit more dirt until you get it where you would like it.
We were going to do this yesterday, but it was too darned hot. We said, forget about that.
Yeah, it was definitely too hot. So today we have some cloud cover, making this process a lot easier on both Donnie and I. Plus, it's watering day, so if we need to water anything, we can.
Yep. We can definitely come down about another ½ inch or so.
So this process was a little bit more involved than setting the bricks that I was setting last week for the new flower bed. Just because these are larger blocks. But all the soil that Donnie is taking out can just go right into the new garden
piece
bed.
Of broken glass.
Yeah, if you have trash in your ground, definitely remove it. When we were putting in the Japanese garden, I found probably a whole entire box of screws that had just been dumped and left in the ground. Yeah, now there's a nail. So this used to be an alleyway back here, and they used to pick up the trash between the houses. So that's why we end up finding a lot of, well, garbage in our soil. We just remove it as we find it.
Yeah, literally somebody dug a hole and dropped a whole box of nails. It was actually nails, dropped it into the ground and buried it. That was fun digging up. I found broken windows so far, Legos.
Okay. Legos, hey, we wash those off and keep those. Legos are worth money.
Yeah. All right. Pack a little bit of dirt down in there. Probably doesn't really need it, but.
And then we will also be cutting the fabric cloth right up to it.
Holy smokes, and look, a comb. Plastic comb. Lovely.
It's amazing what you find in the soil here. So the next block, Donnie will probably be setting higher than that one because we want this one right here to match the level. But now that we're going to be going that way, it could probably go up a little bit. So we'll be back with you after we have several more of these set. Well, Donnie got in the bricks from up here, and we're able to spread out the garden soil a little bit more. We're definitely going to need to fill that up. And then we cleaned up where we had to cut the fabric cloth and moved all the mulch back. And there's Donnie working down that way. Came together pretty well up here. And we were able to put one capstone there and then raise this one up, and it was perfect for being level. Now this is where the garden starts to go downhill. And I don't mean a bad way. We're on a hill. So they're coming downhill now, and Donnie's able to almost completely set them on top of the soil. Do you think we'll have enough blocks to finish up?
We'll be pretty close to getting it done. But yeah, we'll probably be 2 or 3 short.
2 or 3. We're still going to have to make a trip to Lowe's because before we put in the new trellis back here, we definitely have to fill this up a little bit more, and we're going to have to go get some more gardening soil. So here's a little bit of the progress we've made. Well, we finally got in all of the bricks and got it all nice and cleaned up. We did take a break today and we went for a hike with my sister, so that was a lot of fun, especially when it was starting to get a little bit hotter out here. So since Donnie is the one who put in most of the blocks, I'm gonna see if he has any helpful information for you guys, because I was the one like handing in the blocks and kind of doing the cleanup.
Well, I would say that if you can buy all the bricks at once, like maybe buy a pallet, so that way you have them and then you can just line them up and make everything even. Because this was already here, and when we started back there and came around, we were about a half a brick off on this end. So on that corner we put a half a brick, and I kind of had to stagger it to make it meet. It's not perfect, but it works, you know, it looks alright.
And like I suggested before, if you can, if you're saving up for a spring project, try to start buying the bricks in the fall. That way you can spread out the cost over a longer period of time, and hopefully that can help. Or save up your money and do like Donnie said and buy a whole entire pallet at a time, because it is a little bit cheaper. But try to do what's best for you guys. So what we're going to be doing is breaking this video in two, kind of like I did with last week's video where I said I'll be doing some planting, because it's getting late. This video is getting a little bit longer, and to build the whole entire pumpkin trellis I think would be a really good separate video for you guys, because we could get really in detail so you can see exactly what we're doing. So expect that video out here really soon, because it's almost planting time for us. I'm really excited. So thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. We've got over 100 videos on our channel now, from gardening, herbalism, houseplants, all kinds of different tips and tricks and helpful information for you guys to check out. Happy gardening, everyone.